Guess what time it is?
It's time for
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
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 Guess what time it is?
It's time for
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
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 Good morning, freaking fabulous entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
G'day, good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, freaking fabulous entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Everyone, and welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs with your hosts, Kim White and Kerry Zarb. Kim is our Oklahoma princess and the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business community. And Kerry is our Aussie ray of sunshine, founder of Zinc Business Solutions and the go-to financial designer. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us today. Off to you, Kim and Kerry.
Good morning.
Say good morning, everyone.
Welcome to Good Morning, Entrepreneurs. Kim, we've got an exciting show today.
We do. It's going to be packed, Carrie, as every show.
Mm-hmm. So, Kim, I think we should kick us off with a little bit of an explanation as to what Good Morning Entrepreneurs is.
So, Carrie, we got some great feedback this week that we needed to explain who this show was for. And I think it's perfect. I think that it's a perfect feedback, and thank you for the feedback. If anyone else has feedback, let us know. But this show is for any entrepreneur who, especially if they're feeling alone or if they're feeling like they're on this adventure and they can't figure things out, any of that. The show is packed full of humans who are doing things in the business world and sharing behind the scenes. Carrie, there's a whole list of things what the roving reporters do, but can you help me with this description, Carrie?
Well, and I think, Kim, the biggest thing that we wanted to bring into this show was to help others on their entrepreneurial journey, because we do understand it's a lonely path, and sometimes we need others to surround us. We may not have found a community yet, so we bring our community live to stage and with pre-recorded segments so that we can share our experiences and help those out there that are entrepreneurs that are feeling alone, and be some inspiration and a little bit of living proof and some behind the scenes, and anything that we can share to help others is what it's all about.
So we want to invite anyone who fits into the entrepreneur category, who needs a little spicy in their life, a little fun in their life, a little information, any of those things. And Carrie, living proof is my favorite. When we're talking about entrepreneurship, it's not a one size fits all. We say this all the time.
Square pegs, round holes, square pegs, all that. Yep. And Kim, I just want to remind anyone tuning in before we hop into our first segment that if you have questions that you're not sure about, pop them in the chat. Wherever you're tuning in, we want to answer those questions that you might have in a future show. So we want to hear from you, and we'll take questions, feedback, suggestions, anything that comes to mind for you while you're tuning in with us today.
We are here for you. You may not know us yet, but we're just saying that is what our goal is. Our goal is to demonstrate this and to be out loud, Carrie. I'm kind of loud, Carrie.
I can be pretty loud too, Kim. So, Kim, let's hop into our first segment, which is Entrepreneur Land. And I believe you've got something up your sleeve for this one.
I do, Carrie. It's up high in my sleeve, actually, because I saw a movie that really inspired me. It's something that you and I talk about a lot. Something in that movie happened that you and I talk about all the time in our community. So I can't do the spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen the movie Air, I really recommend that you watch it. It's not like action packed and that kind of a movie. I think it's a true story. It's that kind of thing, but it's something entrepreneurs need to pay attention to. Is what I feel like. There's many layers in that movie for entrepreneurs to be inspired by.
And Kim, I appreciate the no spoiler clause in that because I haven't seen it yet. It is on my watch list for this weekend, which I'm a little bit excited about. And from what you told me, it could be definitely a little bit of inspiration sprinkled throughout. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited you're going to watch it, Carrie. And, in entrepreneur land, as far as the topic for it today, I do want to speak really quickly to recognizing greatness in someone, recognizing greatness in yourself as an entrepreneur, because I think sometimes we forget how our ordinary is somebody else's extraordinary. The things we find easy to do, other people may struggle with. And it's hard for entrepreneurs a lot of time to wrap their mind around that. But I feel like that is something that we need to say out loud, Carrie, is when you recognize that someone else is struggling with something that you know how to do, that's a great business opportunity. It's an opportunity to help someone else and to create something that somebody else, and usually it's lots of somebody else's need.
I agree, Kim, and I think it's such an amazing journey to be on. And I'm excited that we're part of this community and we get to do these things together. So, again, expressing the invitation to anyone out there tuning in to keep tuning in so that we can help you on your journey as well.
So, speaking of greatness, Carrie, and finding a problem that you could solve. Oh, whoops, did I say that backwards? Carrie, you are one of the most incredible humans on this planet, and you have such brilliance that you're ordinaries. That you're ordinary to do finances. It is no one else's. I'm going to say this. I don't think you're a unicorn and nobody else on the planet wants to do their finances for their business. But Carrie, you have created something that I feel like is really important based on listening to what other people were struggling with. So you're an amazing financial designer, and I just want to say I recognize your greatness this morning and every day.
Oh, Kim, you're too kind, and I appreciate your sweet words as always. But I think for me, and let's be completely transparent, this came from something that I found as well, and something that I was struggling with. And yes, I do love the numbers. I'm a real nerd when it comes to spreadsheets and digits and all of those kind of things. But I really found this little area of the business finances that needed help. It needed attention. I needed to pay attention to it in my own business, and it just kind of snowballed from there that others might need this as well. So I think it's one of those things that sometimes, like you said, Kim, what's ordinary to us may actually help others, and it may actually help the struggle that others have in a particular area of business that we can assist with. And I guess if you and I hadn't spoken about it out loud, Kim, it may have never surfaced. It may have never seen daylight, but it was something that I was definitely like working on and had to share with others.
I'm grateful personally, Carrie, you shared it. And I know our community is thrilled. Do you have a new total for us this week?
I think the total is actually the same as last week, but I don't mind repeating it again. It is $61,558. that this community has saved using simple subscriptions to find all those recurring payments that are coming out of our bank account or credit card statement that sometimes they just keep ticking over. They tick over month after month. Sometimes the annual ones pop in and they really catch us by surprise. So that's demonstrating that there's a lot of money to be saved. And this is just what I know. These are the numbers that people have reported. I'm sure it's actually a lot more than that. But I'm so grateful to those that have actually given me the numbers to put on the tally board, and super excited to continue to grow that number too.
Well, Kerry, you have something special coming out in the next few weeks, and I'm so excited. Can you share what people can kind of be seeing along the way on your socials and everywhere you are? You're going to be talking about something.
I am going to be talking about something, Kim, and I'm going to try and pick this up without dropping it and making too much noise, but I have. It's actually a coffee bean grinder, because what really grinds my beans is the money that is accidentally spent on subscriptions and recurring payments. I don't want to turn the wheel because it might be a little bit noisy, but this little guy is my friend, and you will see me on social media over the coming weeks because we have another live tour coming for simple subscriptions, and that's on the 12th of July at 6 p.m. Central Time. So I will be sprinkling what grinds my beans out into the universe so that everyone can join us and see where they can save some money in their business as well.
My goodness, Kerry. So mark your calendars, everybody. I want to repeat the date, Kerry. It is Wednesday, July 12th at 6 p.m. Central. Yes. Okay. Everybody get that on your calendars. And Kerry, I want to say you are super fun, because finances are not necessarily fun, y'all. In case you don't have that issue, they're not necessarily fun. But I do want to say, Kerry, that you have made this community feel like they're doable. Like, you have helped us become our own financial designers so that we have control. But Kerry, you and I are asked a question a lot about how to make more money in our businesses. And you have kind of flipped that script a little bit with this particular thing of, if we're not spending the money, that means we're actually keeping the money.
Correct, Kim, and I believe in this in the respect of, yes, we do need to make sure that we've got sales coming into our business. We're all in business for the long term, not the short term. So we definitely want to be looking at our sales, but your finances can be a lot more than that. So looking at how much is actually going out, you can increase the profit in your business and be making more money by looking at these things and making sure that your expenses are under control.
Oh my goodness, Kerry. Well, can we go, please, to a commercial about it? Because this is a word from our sponsor, which is Kerry.
Have you ever woken in the morning, opened your bank account and found you are overdrawn? Do you feel you have too much money going out of your business to unknown places? It's time to be in the driver's seat of your finances. Using simple subscriptions is the first step. Available on Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel using a simple 4-step process. Grab your bank statements, list all of your recurring payments, then start taking action to cancel the charges you don't need to be paying. Let Simple Subscriptions show you how much you can save and help you track the progress. The community has saved over $60,000 so far, and you can join the tally by grabbing your free and private copy today from kerryzarb.com/simple subs. Kim, I'm so excited that everybody's here with us today, and I tell you what, I can't wait to get into our other segments. Do you mind if we motor along?
As long as everybody wrote on their calendar the right date, Kerry.
Absolutely. So just a quick reminder, it is July 12th at 6 p.m. Central Time to join me in the virtual cafe for the live tour of Simple Subscriptions. So I will be seeing everyone on social media over the next few weeks and can't wait to see everyone at the live tour. Thank you, Kim. All right, let's step into our next roving reporter, or our first actual roving reporter segment for today. We are joined by the amazing Melissa Stetcher. So over to you, Izzy.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Melissa at Hopeful Simplicity coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today, I want to talk about organizing and office supplies. It's two of my favorite things on most days. So office supplies can get tricky because we get that rush of walking down the aisle and seeing all the pretty colors and all the different sizes of all the things, or even a delivery box comes in because your favorite pens are on their way. So let's talk about your favorite pen. Whether it looks like this or like this, it needs a home. So you work the day-to-day, right? You've gotten that rush, your delivery is coming, now you're getting to work. You turn, go to grab your pen, but it's not there. Where did I put it? Isn't it in a drawer? Is it on the desk? Is it in the pen cup holder thing? Did I leave it at a client's office? Did I take it home? Where did it go? So after a little bit of searching, hoping, and hunting, you're like, dang it, I must have just lost it or got up and walked away. So you order another box. A couple days go by, you get that thrill of, yes, my pen's coming, it's on its way. The delivery comes, it's a pretty box instead of a bill, which is always a nice surprise. You go to put your box of pens away, bam, there was your first set. I know, right? So now you have extra pens. But if we're organized, you wouldn't have to look for it. Now, organizing is going to come in helpful for entrepreneurs like you, like me, like those of us growing your business or even sustaining a bigger business. Having a home for all your stuff is the key to saving the time of looking, but also saving the money of not over ordering. So I want you to grab your favorite pen, whatever it may look like, and make a home for it. For me, when I'm in work mode, my home for this pen is at the very top of the keyboard. When we go to put it away at the end of the night, it has a very obvious home then. So where's your, while you're working daytime, favorite pen home gonna live? Create a space today, and then you can save more time and more money tomorrow. That's it for me. Until next time, stay hopeful, and it's back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Izzy. Oh my goodness, Kim, Izzy brings amazing things to the table because, and sorry, for anyone tuning in that doesn't know Izzy, her name is Melissa, but we call her Izzy, and she is our organising queen. We just love everything that she brings to us, and she shares with us a lot about being organised. But I love what she said about saving money from not over ordering just by simply having an organised home office, work office, wherever we might be.
I love the idea of having a home for my pen, Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
I already know where it's going to be.
Me too. And hopefully no one comes in and takes it. And if they do, well, they don't know where the rest are because I do.
We hide those, right?
Yeah. Oh, goodness. So, Kim, we're going to step into our next roving reporter, who is Donna Bender, our certified givologist. And Donna, take it away.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is about giving useful gifts. When you give clients something they can use in their day-to-day lives, you ensure that your gift becomes an integral part of their routine. And every time they use your gift, they will be reminded of your company and their positive experience with you. You position yourself as a valuable asset by providing them with tools and resources or products that address their challenges and make them more efficient. And this point was demonstrated today during my monthly show and tell, where I showed the Rocketbook Mini. And there was a lot of conversation even after the show and tell today as to how useful and handy this product was because of its size, its portability, and how everything could be saved to the cloud. All those bright ideas and doodles that you've been leaving in restaurants all these years no longer have to be left behind, because now you could put them all in your Rocketbook Mini. And as your clients experience the benefits of receiving a useful gift, you're more likely to associate your brand with positive outcomes and rely on your expertise in the future. And by giving useful gifts, you create opportunities for clients to become brand advocates, spreading the word about your company to their networks. Giving useful gifts is not just a gesture. It's a strategic approach to building and maintaining strong relationships. Remember, by giving useful gifts, you are investing in the future of your business. Back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Donna. Oh, what you got there, Kim?
I love the fact that she brought this up, because this is a very useful gift. Donna actually gave me one of these, and it is the coolest thing. Like, I can write notes on it. It can go into the computer. It is a useful gift, and every time I use it, I do think of her. So she's spot on with what she said today.
And Kim, can you just show me that size one more time, because it looks like a great size. I've got a larger one and it's a little bit consuming for space. So I'm loving what Donna shared about this smaller little notebook.
It fits in my purse. Ooh. Or even I have even put it in my back pocket before. So it helps me not leave my thoughts. I don't want to lose those thoughts. I don't want to forget. Sometimes, we get forgetful, and I don't want to lose the things that come to us, those brilliant moments. But I also don't want to spend time trying to get them all into my computer. So there's literally a connection between that and getting them in the cloud. So it is a great, useful gift.
Oh, very nice. I like it. I'll have to speak to our Donna about this one.
She has lots of ideas, Carrie, lots of them. And it was at the show and tell she was showing it, that she was talking about. She does a monthly show and tell, so very exciting.
Oh, so good. So, Kim, let's hop over to our next roving reporter. We have Yvonne Marchese, who is our resident age agitator. Over to you, Yvonne.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Yvonne Marchese coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I am your resident age agitator, here to talk to you about midlife entrepreneurship. Let's get visible. So let's get rid of that. I am here to talk to you about being visible as an entrepreneur, which can, let's face it, be uncomfortable. I'm doing today's segment in the style of an Instagram reel, because that is one way that you can be visible as an entrepreneur in your business. You can put a camera in front of you and talk directly to your customer, which is a really great way for them to get to know you and really get a sense of who you are. People like to do business with people they know or feel they know. You might be thinking, no, heck no, I am not doing that. Well, let me tell you something. That was me a couple of years ago. I was never gonna think about being on camera like this. But I knew that I needed to grow the audience for my podcast in order to get my message out. And so I started to challenge myself. This isn't the only way to increase your following, but it definitely is one way. And what I would challenge you to do is push yourself a little bit outside your comfort zone. Because that's what's required of us when we are entrepreneurs. It requires us to step outside our comfort zone in order to get our message out there. Let people know that your business exists. And guess what? When you record talking directly to the camera, you can edit. You can edit out this stuff that you don't like and keep the stuff that's on point. That's all for now. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Oh my goodness, Kim, that was funny and awesome at the same time.
Yvonne is brilliant. And she's right. If we're not visible, if we're not out there in front of who it is, our clients or customers that are looking for us, because remember, they're looking for you. If you have a business and you have a solution, there are people out there looking for you. So
absolutely. Yeah. And I love how Yvonne shared that like she was not like even contemplating this, like this just wasn't even on her radar. And wow, you've got to go and check out Yvonne's reels because she is an absolute hoot. And that is living proof right there.
Oh, I agree, Carrie. And Carrie, you and I can like join in the ranks of confessions because I'm over 3,000 live videos in. But my first one, I just want everybody to know, my first one was actually on a social platform where I was sideways. I didn't know how to do the camera. And so my video literally came up sideways on the platform. Yeah, that's how special I am. Just saying.
Well, Kim, like Yvonne, I was not comfortable on camera. And I started a podcast thinking, oh, it's just my voice. I don't have to show my face. And yeah, just a few episodes in, I was challenged to be on video as well. And it was like, ooh, it takes a while to get used to yourself. Let me say that out loud.
I love it.
So, Kim, I would love to go to our next roving reporter. We have our findability queen, Denise Millay, and we are going to hand it over to Denise.
Good morning. This is Denise Millay coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today we're going to talk about keywords. Keywords are the words you use in your content to connect to your audience using a search engine. And a lot of entrepreneurs ask me how to find the right keywords that are going to work for them. And so to connect to your audience asking a question, we need to know what they're looking for, right? And the most basic question they can ask a search engine is, how can I? Or how do I? Right? So remember, as humans, we're all asking questions all the time to improve ourselves. Whether we go to a conference to learn and network, whether we gather casually with peers and friends, we're always processing, right? We're curious, inquisitive, questioning. It's how we expand. What is your client asking? How can I do? Is it a task or a skill? How can I learn how to balance my books? How do I hire the best people? How do I send an email to 100 people at one time? Or is it more strategic? How can I make more money? How can I expand my business? How do I get more clients? How do I improve my return on investment? How do I make my clients happy, right? Answer these questions in individual pieces of content, a blog post, an article, or a web page. Make the title the question. Be the exact thing they're asking for to a search engine. Give a complete answer and make them very happy. They will be connecting with you. They will learn to start a relationship with you and they'll feel satisfied. We do this because in the end, we want you to be findable. If they can't find you, they can't do business with you. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Denise.
Love that, Carrie. How can I?
If
we think about the solution we bring to entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs bring to their business, what is that question? How can I what?
It's a great question.
Yeah, very, very good.
And I love how Denise is so calm in this space. Like there's just something super special about her in the world of SEO and keywords. Like this is, I know finances are scary, but that space is scary too. Well, for me, because of the words, that goes without saying, but I love the calmness that Denise brings to this topic and everything that she's sharing with us, Kim.
I think this community, Carrie, is so incredible because it represents a lot of extraordinary things that people like you and Denise, it's ordinary to y'all, the things you do. But the extraordinaries to all of us, we're like, yes, please.
Definitely. So you are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. We're super excited that you're here with us, and we'll be back in 1 minute after this quick commercial.
This show is sponsored by
Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. Are you an entrepreneur who is focused on making an impact?
But you haven't figured out how to make an income doing it?
We spent years trying to figure out how to do both.
And we realized the business adventure is not a one-size-fits-all. I'm Kim White. I'm the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business team.
And I'm Kerry Zarb, Aussie bucket of swearing sunshine.
And she's a brilliant entrepreneur, by the way.
We both understand how it feels to believe we are the only ones who can't figure things out.
So we decided to join forces so we could get in the trenches with you.
We lead a very special mastermind group so you can be confident in strategically implementing
the right things in the right order so that you too can get the best possible results.
We cover a variety of topics based on what you need,
including building a business that you own and doesn't own you.
We even address themes like social media strategy and simple tech solutions.
If you would like to meet other entrepreneurs who are living proof of what is possible,
come and join us, and the link is below. Oh, Kim, I'm so excited for today's show, and I just want to say a special thank you to everyone tuning in today, and just really make sure that people understand this show is for you, and we are super excited to bring this show every single Friday, 7 a.m. Central Time. And just a quick reminder, don't forget, if you've got questions or suggestions, pop them in the chat because we would love to hear from you.
Yes, we would, Carrie.
So, Kim, let's go to our next roving reporter because we have Holly Totten standing by, and we would love to pass it over to Holly.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Holly Totten coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today, we're going to talk about how writing a book as an entrepreneur can bring about a different level of clarity for you and your business. And you would think as entrepreneurs, we would be really clear on what it is we do and what we have to offer. And for the most part, we probably are. But when you're looking at writing a book that supports your business, you have to really do some investigation and some deep dive thinking into all parts of your business. What are the processes that you've done in the past? What are the steps that you've taken to go from one place to another and to get where you are today? What are your successes? What are your failures? And what are all the steps in between? Looking at all those things in a very critical manner can really bring a lot of clarity to what it is you do and what you have to offer others. And when you decide exactly what it is that can bring value to other people, that's what you include in your book. And that comes from a deep dive looking very critically at your business and what it is you do and what you have to offer, therefore increasing your clarity. That's all I've got for today, Kim and Carrie. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly.
So we have to speak to this, Carrie, because it's a big deal. I think when you write a book, when you write at all about your business in any way, I think that brings a ton of clarity. And Holly is tapping into something really important when you're doing something to invest in your business or you're doing something to build your business. Telling your story about how you got started in business, or sharing a process that you use in book form is a very powerful marketing tool, Carrie. And I think she's spot on the clarity of knowing what it is for your own self while you're sharing it with someone else.
I agree, Kim, and being someone that has that in my sights at some stage, I think so. I really do believe, and I think it's interesting because what comes to mind right now is how much energy and effort we put into social media, emailing our list, being present for the people that we are actually spending time with and those that we're doing business with. And I really see that significant piece of the puzzle in the marketing of a business by putting together a book and something that will help others on their journey as well.
I think it's an important thing to consider, and it's a different way of marketing. Like, it's a different way of doing something, but that clarity that you get with it, Carrie, can change. It can be a game changer for your business and for you personally. Like, it's a powerful thing to get clear.
Mm-hmm. So, Kim, let's go to our next roving reporter. We have the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado. So we are going to pass it over to you, Kat.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Each week, I will bring you tips on health, wellness, and fitness to help you and your body stay freaking fabulous during your fitness journey. This week, we're speaking about overtraining. Are you breaking a sweat or are you breaking your body? When you increase your training, maybe it's higher weights or maybe more repetitions. It can be beneficial in so many ways, specifically in helping you achieve your fitness goals. But sometimes being a little overzealous can lead to negative consequences, such as overtraining or increased muscle soreness. When you push your body too hard, you may risk injury and or burnout, and it can ultimately set you back in your progress. So it's important to listen to your body and gradually increase your training safely. Overtraining means that you are breaking the muscle down faster than you can build it back up. And instead of repairing and becoming stronger, your muscles actually shrink and lose strength. The bottom line is you should not have constantly sore muscles or aching joints, and you should be able to recover from tough workouts in a reasonable amount of time. Here are some symptoms of overtraining. Fatigue. Despite being a good sleeper and getting good quality food and quality sleep, you're still waking up tired. Chronic muscle soreness. Not recovering from your workouts effectively. Altered sleep pattern. What about moodiness and irritability? Not eating enough. Overuse injuries, which means that you are no longer making significant changes to your body and you might even start to gain weight. Listen to your body. If you have a personal trainer, talk to your trainer and find out how you can factor in more time for rest and recovery. Here's one I think you didn't know. Drink more water. Overtraining and dehydration often go hand in hand. As you recover, remember to hydrate. Start cross-training. Be sure to mix up your workouts. So it's important to listen to your body and know that rest and recovery are just as important as the actual training itself. You can achieve your fitness goals in a healthy and effective way, but you have to listen to your body. Your body talks to you all the time. I'll be back next week. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Kat. Oh my goodness, that was amazing, Kim.
You know, I want to point out, Carrie, that one of the reasons we have health and wellness on this show is because a lot of times entrepreneurs want to separate themselves out of the business and compartmentalize their health. And the truth is, if you're not healthy, you can't do business. If you're struggling to have a foggy brain or have too much, tiredness, you're not going to be playing at the level that you could be which makes your business suffer too, Carrie. So I think CAT is like a secret weapon for us of helping us learn how to be better physically and mentally, all those things. So I'm just putting my little 2 cents out there, Carrie.
I love that 2 cents, Kim, and I agree with you because it's interesting because I think for so long it has been drummed into us that as a human, there's not that connection between business and even for those out there that are working a job, the old leave your personal life at home and leave your humanness at home. Those days are gone, in my opinion. And I think we do need to start to look at the whole business, and that includes us as the human. And Kim, as far as the whole exercise, sleep, and eating well, and everything that Kat has been sharing with us, it has to go together. You can't separate those things because it does affect us and how we perform in our business. And I know if I don't get enough sleep, you are not getting the greatest Kerry. I'm telling you straight.
Oh, we don't even want to go there, Carrie.
No.
I'm thinking when I don't get enough sleep, just leave me alone.
And I'll add, Kim, that coffee can only make up so much of that. It's a bit of a Band-Aid over here sometimes.
Well, and we don't want to come, like we've witnessed it too many times, to come to the pinnacle of success, we'll call it, and you ignored your health, and now all of a sudden you're like physically can't even enjoy the success that you've created. So I feel like that is something that everybody that's a new entrepreneur especially, don't neglect yourself. Don't neglect the health part of you. It's not worth it, and it ultimately you don't win that way.
Exactly. And Kim, did you see what Kat was wearing?
You know what, Carrie? I did, and I think it's funny because it was not planned. Thank you for noticing that, but it was not planned. She had no idea I was going to talk about the movie Air, and she was wearing the logo from Air Jordan for her segment today. So I feel like we need to come back next week. Everybody needs to go watch the movie this week, and then we need to come back because still don't want to ruin the spoiler stuff. But come back next week and talk about why that movie is such an inspiration for entrepreneurs. So I love that Kat was she was representing and she didn't even know it.
Oh, that was amazing. Okay, so Kim, let's go to our next roving reporter. We have Adam Rothenberg joining us for his segment, and we are going to pass it over to Adam.
Thanks, Kim and Kerry. This is Adam Rothenberg coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs from inside my closet, where I conduct all of my podcast and video interviews. And for today's Entrepreneurs and Entertainment segment, I am going to talk about why you might want to have a guest on your podcast. One reason you might want to have a guest on your podcast is because this way you don't have to carry the show by yourself. Having a guest will let you engage in conversation with them. It will let you bounce ideas off of them if they're coming onto your podcast as a co-host. If you're interviewing them, it will give you somebody to have a conversation with. And for the listener who's tuning in, it will allow them to feel more engaged if you have a guest on your podcast, because hearing you and your guest speak to each other will be more engaging for them than just listening to you as a solo host talking on the podcast. Another reason you may want to have a guest on your podcast is because that will help get your message out to more people. If you are hosting the podcast by yourself, you release the episode to your listeners and you hope that your listeners share the podcast episode amongst their social media pages. But if you have a guest on your podcast, that means you could multiply your audience, because the hope is that your guest will also share the podcast episode on their website, on their social media pages, and in turn, you hope that their audience, their followers, will tune into the episode as well. And then their followers will continue to share the episodes on their social media pages. So having a guest can help you get even more exposure than if you are hosting the podcast by yourself. So those are 2 reasons why you would want to have a guest on your podcast. And that is today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment. So it's back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Adam.
So Adam is quite famous of his own right, Kerry, but he interviews a lot of celebrities. They ask him to interview them, by the way. Let me say that. He is quite a podcaster, and when he brings his tips to us, I hope everybody's paying attention, because I think that his downloads, which are in the thousands and thousands, I guess they're in the tens of thousands, is actually the right number. He has a lot to be living proof for us that as podcasters who we run with, Kerry, that is part of what we need is more listeners and more all of the things. And that's one of the ways to do it, is to have guests. So I love that he brought that to the table.
Me too, Kim. And I just want to say it out loud for anyone that doesn't know our Adam, that he has interviewed over 1,500 people. So that's a lot of interviews. That's a lot of speaking to people. So he is our go-to person in the interviewing space. And I love everything that Adam shares with us, Kim.
It's very exciting, Kerry. I think we should pay attention. That's what I think.
We should. So you are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. We're super excited that you're here with us, and we will be back in 1 minute after this quick commercial. Once upon a time, there was a princess from Oklahoma living a traveling life in Texas.
When along comes an Aussie bucket of swearing sunshine.
When these 2 girls from opposite ends of the globe met in February 2021,
even the universe did not know what it was in for.
Determined to solve world problems for entrepreneurs, we still to this day learn just how similar we are.
We have found our passions were too strong not to unite and become the partners in change that we are.
What is a bucket and a boom gate?
So a bucket is basically a category or a way to change how you're looking at something big.
And a boom gate is a way to protect ourselves. Sometimes we need a boom gate to protect ourselves from ourselves.
We have lots of experience of our lifetimes of business, and we want to share that with you.
We look forward to bringing you weekly episodes of the Buckets and Boom Gates podcast. So, Kim, it's not over yet. We've still got a little bit more show to get through, and I'm super excited that you guys are tuning in with us. And a reminder that if you have questions or suggestions, we would love to hear from you. So pop that in the chat wherever you're tuning in, because we will be paying attention after the show.
We get lots of questions throughout all kinds of ways, Kerry, and I appreciate them, don't you? I feel like that's a great gift.
It is. And as our friend from Tasmania, Linda Bonney, would say, gold.
I love it.
Now, Kim, we have an extra special segment that I want to step into. I'm going to pass it over to you because we do need to hop into Princess Speak, and there may be a word or a phrase or a whole arrangement to share today. Would you mind stepping us through this one?
Of course, Kerry. Thank you. So one of the things I believe is that we use a language when we're doing any kind of industry, anything. And because we run in the entrepreneur space, one of the entrepreneur vocabulary words, which is princess speak, is what we laughingly call it, this week is choose your own adventure. That is our phrase for this week. And it is about the roller coaster ride that we go on as an entrepreneur. There are good things, there are bad things, there are ups, there's downs, there's times that we think we need to raise our hands and scream, and then there's other times we're holding on with white knuckles and scared. Exactly, Carrie. Exactly. So I feel like this is something to address out loud for anyone who is experiencing any of that. We want you to know that we get it. You know, we've been in business a long time. We've been doing things a long time, have a lot of, Carrie, I like to call it experience, but it's really the lessons learned. It's really that's what we're trying to help other people shorten their learning curve and know that they have choices. So when you choose your own adventure, you have choices that as an entrepreneur. You can listen or not listen to other people, but getting feedback, getting like, and I'm just kind of throwing a lot of things in together because that's exactly what choose your own adventure is. It is making those moves as you're going along, steering the car, steering it to go in a different direction. Sometimes we miss our exit. Sometimes we have to, regroup, or I hear that silly GPS, that rerouting, or like there's different ones that they say, but I think choosing your own adventure is a very normal experience, and a lot of new entrepreneurs don't realize that is exactly how it works.
And Kim, I want to highlight as well that when we do miss our exit and we have to circle back and the GPS makes all those noises that I cannot think of the words right now, it's just not even coming to me. It's okay. It happens. It happens to all of us. We all go through it, and we all have to be okay with ourselves and forgive ourselves as well, that there's mishaps and there's missteps and things just don't always go to plan, but we can always circle back.
Always, Carrie, always. So this month, the month of June, we are celebrating International Entrepreneur Adventure Month. We are going to be celebrating all month long, and we have done some things to change up our adventure, Carrie. We are in a lot of spaces. We're in a lot of spaces together, which I love, by the way. Um, but I look at that and I think we we're not afraid to be transparent. We're not afraid to share things. We're not afraid to say, you know what, I messed that up big time. And I feel like this is one of those things where if we're doing that, it allows other people to recognize it's okay. So one of our celebrations for the month of June, and I'm going to repeat it, it's International Entrepreneur Adventure Month, is we are actually on a daily show, 7 a.m. Central. This is our Friday edition, but Monday through Thursday, we actually have a live conversations, and we're going to get spicy this month, Carrie. It's on Clubhouse, and we are going to be changing up some things. I just want to say.
Kim, I'm really excited because I am a bit of a change junkie over here. And I know it's not everyone's cup of tea and, who moved my cheese and all of those kind of things, but we do like a little bit of variety, and we like to have others included. It's about engagement in this community and everyone having an opportunity to be part of what we do together. So I'm a little bit excited for International Entrepreneur Adventure Month. And if you put any more words in the next one, I'm out.
It is a mouthful, but we're going to have a good time. So part of the adventure is we get to choose who we're on these adventures with. And we have a couple of people that are behind the scenes that need to come to stage because we are happy that they are part of our adventure, Carrie. And we need them to come up and let us talk to them about the adventure of entrepreneurship. So, Adam and Jill, first, thank you for being who you are, all the things you do behind the scenes. But I'd like to ask you both the question: what does choose your own adventure in the entrepreneur that you're practicing in, like in that little world of yours, what does that mean to you? Choose your own adventure.
I'll start if you want. I'll say that for me, it's I get to do what I want. I get to try out different things, and nobody's telling me I can try that, I can't try that. I can try it. I can see how it works, but it's not, as you would say, Kim. It's not trying things shotgun and sketty throwing. It's intentional, and it's seeing what resonates with my audiences and what doesn't, and adjusting from there.
I love that, Adam. Thank you. And let me just put, because Jill's face matches this explanation, they're not told of these things ahead of time. So just so you know, this is completely on the fly that they have just been asked this. So Jill, tell us what it means to choose your own adventure.
Adam, what you said was great. And now I have to come up with something different, right? I think for me, it's life, because life is an adventure and being a first-time mom is an adventure. So it's just another part of the road that I'm currently traveling. And if it's part of my life is an adventure. And it's just wherever that's going, there's twists and turns, there's dead ends, and I can turn around and go another way. It's flexibility to me, and what I can focus on when I need to in the season that I'm in. So if momming is going to be more important than business at the moment, I can choose to focus on momming. If business is going to be where I need to level up, I can choose to do that. And being able to pick where my path goes and follow that lead with who I'm collaborating with, who is in my community, who's in my family, it just makes the adventure all that more fun.
Love that answer. So both of them brought it, Carrie.
I know. I feel like they got extra points this week. Wow.
I'm telling you. So, Carrie, I would love for you to share what it means for you personally to choose your own adventure.
Exactly what Adam and Jill said, because I didn't know I was getting the question either. I was hoping to avoid that.
Welcome to the Princess Speak world, right? Well,
this is normal. I think for me, Kim, it is a lot of choice, and it is a lot of flexibility, and it's a lot of I'm at home full time, and I have my family here, and having that ability to go, you know what, I'm a little bit extra hungry early today. I'm going to go to the kitchen. I'm going to cook some dinner, get it done nice and early, or I'm going to go outside and I'm going to see sunshine. And just having those options in being an entrepreneur and being able to have that flexibility from I can decide at any given moment what I would like to do. And it may involve an extra cup of coffee on more than one occasion.
And so let's just be very clear about this to everybody listening. Carrie is our resident coffee addict. I cannot compete with Carrie. Carrie's got that covered exactly. She lives in the virtual cafe.
I do. And so does Delilah.
Yes, Delilah is the barista, we'll call her. Love it, Carrie. Well, do y'all have quick final thoughts as we roll out this I can't believe it, the 14th show?
I will say that the roving reporters really brought it today. I'm sad that I wasn't feeling well enough to get a segment in, but I am so glad that all that did really nailed what their messages were today. It was fantastic.
We agree, Jill. Adam?
And I'll just say real quick, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching and engaging in the chat. And I need to give a special shout out to Holly Totten and Denise Millay for covering the chat in Clubhouse and taking care of that for us today and sharing the links and pinning the links. They did a phenomenal job, and thank you both for jumping in. And Izzy, we hope you are enjoying whatever you're doing. I know you couldn't be with us today, so we look forward to having you back next week. And I love this community so much because we all help each other. We all pitch in where we need, and it is like so heartwarming. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Adam. 7 a.m. Central next Friday. We'll be back.
And this is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.